Hello everyone, I'm Riz and we are I'm rendering the one of or maybe the third picture lock for the film. So the first two picture locks were more of a very rough cut with some mistakes, and this is another cut with fewer mistakes. There's still a lot of tweaks going on for the film, and um, that would probably be done before the release of the film, hopefully by January. And yeah, I just want to talk about a few things that have been going on with Twist Visuals, and also uh, some film projects that I've started that I've canceled. And so, yeah, let's begin. The first project that I want to talk about is Rathna, which is a film that I posted on social media and tried to hype it up and tried to get people to be involved in the film. Unfortunately, uh, it became very clear that it's not really feasible to do because, for one, I'm still not yet done with Waterfront. It's a massive project, and after like almost 1 year, I just finished it right now after a lot of struggles, a lot of nearly giving up while editing the film. So like there was a lot of things going on. So uh, the reason why I started Ratna was so that I could have something else to work on while I was um, kind of in a dead end while working on Waterfront because it was such a big project. And I thought maybe I could work on Ratna for 1 month or 2 months and not worry about Waterfront for a while. But what happened was that Ratna became way too difficult to work on. So I was like, instead of working on this, we can just go back and work on Waterfront. So I decided to cancel the project, and right now I finished the film. So a little detail about Ratna: it's a film that I wanted to make as like a gangster film that takes place in Hong Kong, and it's about it's like this cross between Breaking Bad and Pulp Fiction, and it's a bunch of other films also being inspired for it, and also a little bit of personal stories from myself and my friends. You know, that's just how I usually work because I want to tell stories that have happened to me and the people around me. So I wanted to make this crime film that is kind of relatable to people in sort of my circle in Hong Kong. So that's how it started. That's how I wanted to make it, but it became too big overall. I think there was a lot of characters, even though it started off as having very few characters. I think I overestimated the amount of time it would take and the amount of people that would be required. So and it was just that a lot of people were not free at the time that I wanted to make the film, and it's totally understandable at the end of the day because people are still struggling due to the coronavirus, which is just right now beginning to fade away, and people are getting back to normal. And I think it's still gonna take time for people to get back to normal. So it is just what it is. So most likely I couldn't make Ratna, at least as of now. Maybe I'll have to wait another, I don't know, maybe 6 months or 1 year to basically at least develop myself as well and find more people to be interested in the film so that we can do it like a proper production where there's a budget. And of course, it's great doing without a budget, without a proper. I mean, you could do a film in any way and still make a great film, no problem. But for Ratna, at least, it's a film that's of course inspired by Breaking Bad and Pulp Fiction, and if you look at those kinds of films and TV shows, they really do a lot of world building and a lot of different props, settings, characters, and that's what makes that type of show and that type of film really great. And if we want to do something like that, we have to sort of follow that type of formula, and that we have to bring people together. We have to make sure that everyone's happy with the type of way we are making the film, and sometimes that involves a lot of money. So it's really not a uh, possibility to make that kind of film with no money. We could make a film that is, um, let's say, with just one or two people or just a few people in a couple of days with no money. It's still difficult, but it's a little more easy and feasible. So right now I am looking to make a movie like that in a very much like a folk filmmaking way, and that project is likely going to take some time as well to start and to film, to edit, and so I'm waiting for Waterfront to be done and released, and then I might be able to start that film. um, I don't know when that film is going to be made necessarily, but I do have a concept, a storyline already, and I have a couple of actors that came from Ratna who are still interested to make a film. So we are still keeping up with some of the people that we found through Ratna. And as for Waterfront, we're very happy to announce that that film is almost ready. It's very close to being released, so I'm really happy with that. And it's going to be an experimental film where the narrative is not experimental at all. The storyline, the characters are all, we've seen this type of film before, I'm sure, but the way we are telling it in a completely silent format, but a silent film that's keeping up with the way uh, the way people are right now, because the this film is taking place in 2019, 2020, 2021, you know, like that, like the current period. So I think it would be interesting to see how people react to a silent film that is taking place in the modern times. So that's how the movie is going to be, and it's going to be a sort of musical as well, because there's a lot of emphasis on the music, uh, and the main character and two of the main characters are musicians. So you'll see the way the movie goes, and it's going to be quite experimental. I don't think a lot of people have made a film like that, but in any sense, I also gotta say it's not gonna be in the same level as like a very well put together, big budget type of film. It's going to be very lo-fi, indie, a lot of rough edges at the end of the day, because um, it's an experiment for me as well. I haven't done this type of film before, and this feature length film is my first animation project like that. So it's going to have a lot of rough edges, but I'm sure the story is going to be um, good enough that people are going to, at least enough people are going to resonate with it, I hope. And I'm sure it's going to be something that's an interesting experience at the end of the day. And hopefully it's going to come out by January or February. I don't know, but around that time, hopefully everything is done and there's enough promotion done beforehand, and people, there's a hype before the film comes out as well. So yeah, hopefully there's that. And also, I have not been making enough vlogs. It's been like 3-4 weeks since I made the last vlog, and it's the real reason for not having vlogs is I really don't know, because I try my best to make vlogs, and I have vlog ideas already, but it is sometimes very hard to sit down, and even though you have all the ideas, you know what to say, but it's hard to put it out in camera and talking to the camera. I think if I make it a habit, like every time I go out and make a video, like every week, just vlogging, maybe I will get used to it and I'll make these vlogs more regularly. I really love to, but right now, as one of the things is that the waterfront, I was editing it, and I was also going through some personal issues. I don't want to get into it too deeply, but I've even then I was trying to go and make these vlogs, but it's just been tough. But right now, since one burden of waterfront is down, at least it's 80% complete on my end, or at least 95% complete. I'm not good with percentages, but it's almost done. So I'm already like, I can go out and do any project I want. I could collaborate with anyone I want. I could resume the projects that I've been putting on hold and resume it and do it. And I'm just excited for it. And I'm really excited to make more vlogs as well. So yeah, and it's good to see you all again, and thanks for watching.